Greatness, excellence, motivation. Always be a champ.
Hello, everybody. Welcome to this week's Great Employees Matter motivational podcast. We always like to motivate. We like to motivate employees to be their best at all times so that they can excel, to be accountable to themselves, for themselves. And we teach employers how to take advantage of their most, not to take advantage, to take care of their most valuable asset, their employees. And today we have a very special guest. His name is Xavier Williams. He is, you read the post, he is an accomplished boxer. He's a motivational speaker. He's an entrepreneur. He's a community leader. And we've had the pleasure to do some work with him out in the community. He is just a phenomenal young man, and he's going to just load us with gems today. So with that, I'm going to turn it over to Kobe so he can get us started.
Welcome, everybody, and thank you for joining us today. As usual, please make sure you like, subscribe to the channel, share if you like to, engage with us, chat with us. We're going to be here for a minute. And with that, I'm going to turn it on over to Mr. Xavier. Xavier, I'm mixed up here. Hold on. There we go. Xavier, how you doing today, bro?
I'm good. How you doing?
Doing well, man. Great to have you on the show. We actually had you on our other podcast. For Podcast Excellence. We haven't aired that yet. This is airing right now. We're excited to talk to you, and I got lots of stuff that I want to start with you. So first, I'm just going to ask you some brief things about your history and background, one question at a time. And so first question that I have for you is, where are you from?
Okay. Before I start, I want to thank y'all for allowing me to be on here, man. Jimmy and Kobe, y'all. I truly appreciate y'all. And ultimately, I want to thank God for allowing me to come across y'all, because it was a match made in heaven, really.
We appreciate that, but don't forget about our other partner, Lloyd.
Lloyd as well.
He might ask you some harsh questions now if you're gonna leave him out in the beginning.
Nah, Lloyd as well, man. Thank you.
All right, so first question I have for you is, where you from? Where you grow up?
I'm originally from Capitol Heights, Maryland. Start with my mom, my dad. I moved out here probably about 12 years ago to go to UNLV. A kid with a dream, the ultimate entrepreneur. I realized that I wanted to get outside of the city of Maryland because I feel like it was more outside of Maryland, and I wanted to encourage people to do the same thing. And I have 8 siblings. Also have a child. He's 1. His name is Roman, and also a wife, a newlywed. Just got married about a month and 2 weeks, I believe it is. So we elevating and just doing what God got us doing out here now.
Well, congratulations on your marriage. That's a blessing. That's a great feat, and it's very difficult. People aren't doing that nowadays, so it's kind of like being different, because I'm married too, right?
Yes,
but that's a great thing. So came out here in Las Vegas, and so you're done with school. Are you working? What's your work like out here?
So right now, I'm known as, I guess, as a serial entrepreneur. I got 2 businesses. One being Flexx to Success, apparel and accessories. Just encourage people to watch their health, not only just going to the gym, but also watching what they put inside of their bodies. Because as you age, what you put in your body, it matters more. And also going to the gym, but making sure you watching, you putting those good things inside of your body. So if you need any fitness apparel and accessories, definitely check out my website, flexx2success.com. And also I have another business. I own a rental car company. So if you have any dormant vehicles that you're looking to make money for you, definitely reach out to me. I'll rent out if you need a car that while your car's in the shop, or you want to go to California for the weekend, definitely reach out to me.
Is that a brick and mortar, or are you word of mouth on that business?
That's word of mouth, I would say, for the Flexx Prestige Rentals. I do mainly through Turo, but I'm branching out to do it more privately. Only people I do it privately with is the customers I trust, and pretty much returning customers.
Yeah, see, that's going to make me go ahead and tell you a little bit about our sponsors. We have a company that actually is our main sponsor for our show, Podcast Excellence Academy. Matter of fact, maybe I should put that up on the screen.
I think you should,
so people can go and check that out. So Podcast Excellence Academy does a number of things. It helps you monetize your podcast, but also branding, marketing, and design and things like that. And I would love to send you over to Podcast Excellence Academy, especially if you want to go private, because they will be able to help you blow that business up. So Podcast Excellence Academy, podcastexcellenceacademy.com. Come join us. It is a membership because we want people in the room that want to engage and grow and serious about their craft. So it's a $20 at the door when you get there, and that's temporary. That will go to monthly as we build that value. But come join us. Come get into that room. But anyway, I just wanted to bring that up real quick, and then I'm going to turn it over to Jimmy so Jimmy can go ahead and get his questions in. Jimmy?
Yeah, I have a few questions. First of all, I'd like to start by saying congratulations to you for being an entrepreneur. And I can tell that you're a good one because you are always promoting. You just did a really good job with Flexx for Success or Flexx to Success. You did a good job of introducing your car rental business, and so you're on it. You're the type of entrepreneur that we know is going to succeed. And we'd like to help you along that journey if we get an opportunity to. But let's talk about that. So as an entrepreneur, you straddle the fence in that you are both an employee and an employer, right? You're an employee to yourself because you have to do all this stuff when you start a company. You have to do everything, right, to get it going. And then as your company grows, you're the employer, and you'll have other employees working with you. So given your sports background, I know a little bit about you. You told us a little bit about your family. I have had the very good fortune to meet your brother Cole. Cole is on his way to LSU to play football for. Yes, is Coach O still there? Lloyd, do you know?
I believe he is.
I think he is. He's a great coach. He is truly a player's coach. So you have a family background that is sports inclusive. Yes. What does sports do to help you build the character to enable you to become a great employee?
So I'm gonna give a shout out to my mom and my dad, and also my stepmom, my second mom. But sports in general give you that fortitude to push through those tough times. Remember that in life, your struggle is part of your story. I remember when I was younger, I had just joined the swimming team. I was my sophomore year of high school. I went to practice the first day. I thought, man, I'm the best recreational swimmer, the best one in my family, I believe. And I went to that practice, man, I wanted to quit. I don't know if my dad knows. We didn't have this conversation, I don't believe yet. But him doing that really gave me a different mindset in life. Like, even when stuff get tough, you don't quit. He didn't allow me to quit that day when I was like, man, I don't think swimming for me. Even though it was a sport I didn't do, because all through high school, I was boxing. I did track as well, but he never let me quit that one time. And that was like a big lesson in my life. Like, even though you go through hard, even though you walk through the valley in the shadow of death, you fear no evil, because God is with you, but you got to have that dogma in you to keep going.
Very good. You speak a little bit about your boxing background. I got a lot of that similar mindset from my father, who was a Golden Gloves boxer, admittedly a bad one, because he lost every fight that he ever fought, but everybody loved to spar with him because he was really good at sparring and bringing out the best in everybody else. And he used that as a foundation for being a good employee. He served in the Navy for 4 years. He served in the Air Force for 14 and a half years. And he said that boxing really helped mold him into a young man that was committed to doing the best that he could in his career. So tell me a little bit about Flexx I keep calling it Flexx to Success. Flexx for Success.
Flexx to Success. You got it.
Oh, it is to Success?
Yeah.
Okay, I'm sorry. Yeah. Flexx to Success. And what your upbringing has done to make sure that you're going to be a phenomenal employer, so that you're going to nurture the best employees that can be employed by you.
Okay, so Flexx to Success stands for dream chasing, healthy living, and celebrating success. But that all started from my boxing journey from being in Georgia. it came from being a quiet kid that didn't really cost much attention, but knew he had a dream that can push him past the limits, whether that's getting past whatever obstacles in front of me. So that's how Flexx to Success came about. It's a mentality. So I brought that mentality to Las Vegas, and I knew I had a gift that to bring people together, but also touch that soft spot in people to get them to believe in themselves. So Flexx to Success came from that, to encourage people to be that dream chaser. So at UNLV, I created a movement called the Flexx movement. Got a lot of people following me. It went to like a group just to connect with people and network. So people have different network opportunities if they are good in a certain area and somebody's bad in another one. But ultimately that allowed me to see the other side of being an employee, because in being an employee, you have to understand that there's a mission, there's a goal you have to accomplish, but you got to have that. You got to have that relative dream to push that goal to the top. That's why it's good to have a good leader.
Very good. Before I pass you over to Lloyd, because he has all the easy questions, I also applaud you for how humble you are. Right, you really have a good grasp of who you are and what you want to be and how you're going to get there. But I'd like to know a little bit about your success. So, as a boxer at UNLV, what happened when you went to nationals?
Okay, so actually, it took me 3 times to get a national title, but that's all a part of my story. What Flexx came from. Flexx is that person that was created. He's a character that never gives up, regardless of how many times he falls down. He gets right back up. So my first year at UNLV, I competed in a national tournament as a freshman. Fought at 125. End up not. I think I got 3rd place in the national tournament the first year. The second year I did it my I think it was my sophomore year, and I didn't come back with the victory that time. But my senior year, I told myself I'm gonna do whatever it takes to make sure I get a championship, and I'm not leaving with nothing else. And that year, when right before you elevate, things will go out of whack, and everything seemed like it's piling up on you. But if you trust in God, He'll direct your path. If God was able to separate the Jordan River, He'll direct your path, and that's what He was telling me. Because during that year, the boxing program was just about to shut down. And we didn't really have much funding. I didn't have a coach to go out there with me, so I had to get my own plane ticket. I had to find a jinky Airbnb. Shout out to Ma. She know how that experience was. I got it. When I say jinky, it was jinky. The night of the night of the semifinals, it was a party. They was fighting outside of the Airbnb. But me and my mom trying to go to sleep. She's trying to make sure we protected. She got her thing on just to make sure we good. She drove from Maryland to New York just to watch me fight her and my stepmom. But nah, it's just having that fortitude and continue to see through those hard times. But the 3rd time, it was a charm. I finally got it. I had to believe in myself, even though those trials and tribulations, failing twice, and still having that mindset that I got to get out of this situation. I'm here for a bigger purpose. I got to encourage other people to, even though they fall down, you just don't give up. That's not what life is about. Life is about each one teach one. So I'm all about that. Teaching somebody else to go to that next level.
So you came back with a championship.
Yes, I bought it back. I bought it back, and it was a blessing. And then shout out to the new national champion. They just got their new national champion since I was a champion this year. So shout out to them, man. Yeah. Wyatt, my man Wyatt. Yes, sir.
Yeah,
Wyatt.
I had the pleasure of meeting Wyatt last Saturday at Best Buddies Friendship Walk.
Sunday.
Or Sunday. Wonderful young man. Wonderful. Yeah. Almost as good as you. With that, Lloyd, I'm passing this to you, Lloyd.
Thank you. Xavier, nice to meet you and nice to hear about your accomplishments. I'm always amazed at driven people, right? And you're driven to obviously reach the pinnacle of your careers. And how do you turn it off? What do you do to let yourself relax after a hard day?
What I do is I spend time with my wife, and she's my grounded source. She keeps me close to God and allows me to just be me at the house without being that entrepreneur side. And then the second part of that is my son. He he makes me realize that I need to get away from that driven part just so I can see him grow. But he gives me energy about anyway. Just give me youthfulness. Just seeing him.
Hey Zay, you can say their names too on the show.
Oh,
you can give them shout outs.
Joel, I love you, babe. And then Roman, my little man.
Yeah,
He's 4 years old. Yep. He's getting up there. As they getting older, they getting busy, and the expenses go up too.
Oh, did Lloyd freeze up? Oh no, he didn't freeze.
No, I'm here.
Yeah.
We have a 16-month-old grandson, and now I know why young kids are for young parents.
Hey, they that birth control you need sometimes.
I just want a few minutes of his energy. And without and in the lows, how do you pick yourself up on the lows? Do you go jump in the ring and go beat the crap out of somebody, or what do you do?
I say I just stay close, grounded to God, because in this journey as being an entrepreneur, I started my journey about 5 months ago. I work for Enterprise, amazing company. I don't take nothing from them, and I had amazing managers. Shout out to Leda, Tori, all of them, Frank, amazing employees. Amazing managers. But I just kind of knew that being at a job wasn't for me. I had much more to offer, and I feel like God was my grounding in that thing. And if you put God first, He'll guide you every step. And during that process of me quitting, I kept hearing the song is "Order My Steps," and it kind of brought me to this journey of entrepreneurship. And I just continue to go on the road and trusting in God. That's my ground, I should say.
And when you get questions about things, who do you turn to? And I'm not talking about life questions where you would turn to religion or prayer. I'm talking about questions in work. Do you have a particular person who's been guiding you along or assisting you?
Yes. In business, yes. I give a shout out to Antonio with Blink Show TV. He's a great mentor to me. And then also, growing up, I got two entrepreneurial parents, my mom and my dad, both sides, two different sides, but they always taught me that you always got to have somebody that you look up to. And I go to each one of them if I have any questions when it comes to business or just life in general. But I say more so my dad is good with when it comes to business. So I ask some questions I have when it comes to business.
And Xavier, before I turn it over to Kobe, I do have one last question, which is I don't believe you've been telling us the truth, because anybody that's as handsome as you are has never been hit in the boxing ring. I've known a lot of boxers in my lifetime, and they don't look like you. So either you were so great that you never got hit, or you're just flat out lying to us. So before I believe that you were a boxer, I'm going to need to see some film. So
I got some film.
Yeah, I'm gonna need to see some film, and even then, I will question whether or not you had a stunt double go in. You are just way too handsome to ever have been a boxer.
Thank you, my man. I appreciate you.
Kobe, go ahead.
Yeah, and if you guys haven't noticed, this is why we keep Lloyd around. Lloyd's a straight shooter for all of us, right? But anyway, I want to go back. I want to go back a little bit, Xavier, because you said your parents were entrepreneurial. You got an entrepreneurial spirit. You said you work for Enterprise,
Yes.
And so I'm guessing that your parents took you into the entrepreneurial world, but you said that you're a serial entrepreneur. Can you explain that to me?
Serial means I have multiple business that I go into. Sometimes one business is not doing as well, so you got to reach over to the next one, because this entrepreneurial life is not for the weak. It is not easy. It's finding a way and trusting.
Say it again. Say it again.
Finding a way. I say finding a way.
Yeah.
That's the biggest thing I can say. And it's been a journey. I had my wife beside me, watching me through the process, and I just thank God for just revealing and ordering my steps to guide me in this. Honestly, to meet y'all, really. Y'all a true testament and great mentors to me as well when it comes to life in general.
Yeah, so I just want to go a little bit into that because there's people out there in jobs. There's people that do entrepreneurship, and in my opinion, I think there's a lot of people that are working jobs that probably don't deserve to be there. And you said while you were working at Enterprise that you just felt you praised everybody there, you praised the management, but you said you just felt like there was something to make you get out. What made you actually get out and pull the trigger and step out and become an entrepreneur full-fledged on your own?
That was ultimately the goal. In general, I use Enterprise as a tool, as my brother would say, to fund my business and everything. But I always knew I was trying to be a square, trying to fit in the circle spot, and I just didn't feel like I fit there. But
that's because you're not a square. But okay, go. We keep continue this conversation. But go ahead.
Yeah, I just feel like I didn't fit, and that's mainly to do with my parents, I should say. Just seeing that it's so much more opportunity out there when it comes to entrepreneurship. You can find ways, different partnerships. It's more freedom. It's spiritually, and I feel like I was kind of forcing myself to keep going, but ultimately what got me to pull the trigger was, man, I had to take some time to go back home, to go to my roots. And then I went back with my grandma, and we had a talk, and we kind of prayed over it and everything. And God, this song, like I told y'all, Order My Steps, kept coming on, and I told God to give me 3 confirmations, and he gave me those 3 confirmations. And I was like, I need to go now, because sometimes I feel like if we prolong God's blessing, we kind of limit where he's trying to take us. And I was like, nah, I don't want to limit my blessing. So I'm going to pull the trigger and trust in you wholeheartedly.
Yeah, I love it. Love it.
My story.
And so my last question for you is going to be, if you were able to talk to somebody that's in a position feeling stuck and wanting to get out and maybe try something new, what would you tell them the first thing that they should do?
I would say get wise counsel. Find mentors, the biggest thing. And ultimately pray on it. Pray on God that will give you discernment, and also give you people around you that are truly there to support you. Have good intentions, because some people can act like they want to support you, but really have bad intentions for you. Find people with good intentions that really want to see you grow.
Oh, I love it. Yeah. So Jimmy, we're coming on over to you.
Xavier, I want to, first of all, I want to say that I'm glad that you defined what a serial entrepreneur was, because I thought you were going to be peddling Cheerios or Quaker Oats or something like that. So I'm glad.
Jimmy's from the old school, y'all. He's from the old school.
On a serious note, though, you gave a special shout out to Antonio and to both of your parents, so your mom and your dad. And you referred to all 3 of them as mentors. What is the value of mentorship to anyone as they go through life?
It's important because I feel like in life, the road is not clear. You don't know which way to go. And some people, I'm not going to say they have a blueprint, but they have their own personal blueprint of what they went through to make sure they get to the level they were at in life. And life is your biggest experience. So it's like going to people that have been through those things is the biggest thing to get you to where you want to go. So I reach out to my parents just to get insight, because some decisions you make ain't the smart financial decision. And you need people that are there for you, for the trueness in you. So, and they want to see you grow, like I stated, because some people don't really want to see you grow. So you got to go to people that actually are there to see you succeed in life.
And your parents were there for you. I'm sure they were there for you from the beginning. So they were naturally your mentors, right? Some of us, you were blessed to have parents that could be mentors to you, because not all of us have parents that have that ability or that mindset. So that was a blessing. When it came to Antonio, did you seek him out, or did he just become a mentor because you followed his lead? And saw something in him that you wanted to aspire to?
So actually that came about when I met Creative for a Cause. Shout out to Anise. in the crew. I met them. They had an event where it was like a networking event downtown, and I met Antonio there, and I saw he possessed something that was in me. So I was like, man, we need to connect. So I got his information. We exchanged information, and the rest is history. He's a constant mentor, and he continues to mentor me in business. So Blink Show TV, Cash to Assets. Shout out to him. And also want to give a shout out to Frank, one of my old co-workers he was a driver for Enterprise as well, one of my other mentors. And that mentor was some mentors tell you like it is, and he's one of them people that tell you like it is. Sometimes you need that.
Sounds like Jimmy.
Yeah. I don't care how he ain't sugarcoating nothing. No filters.
Yeah.
And that's okay. We learn from that, correct?
Yes, we do.
Before we go, I have another question. That's actually a great segue into my next question. But should we give a shout out to Waylot?
Oh, go ahead and do it, Jimmy.
Okay, so we have another sponsor, a sponsor of Great Employees Matter. The name of the company is Waylot. What are you leaving on the table? And Waylot is led by a gentleman, Brian Livingston, and he has created a program where they do a deep dive into your business, but not in the traditional way that business analysts do. He has created a process that starts with the questionnaire, and it takes a look at all aspects of your business, not just the financial component, not just the marketing component, not the branding component, but those things that you have done, including have you set up your website correctly? Do you have a message that comes before the fold, as they say in the industry, and does a complete 251 question analytics of that. And they are just hitting the business community by storm. Everybody that has used them has loved them. They are able to identify at least 69 times your investment in revenue that you didn't realize you had sitting in front of you. So big shout out to Waylot. They are our second sponsor of Great Employees Matter. And if you need to learn more about them, just go to waylot.com. That's waylott.com. Check them out. Okay, back to the segue, and then I'll turn it over to Kobe. The segue was, you mentioned creation for cause, and obviously to us, not necessarily so to the audience, but Creation for Cause is a group that we're fortunate, beyond fortunate, we were blessed to have met. And they are so committed to giving back to the community in many ways. They are advocates of inclusion. They are advocates of ridding the world, and starting with Las Vegas, of homelessness. They are advocates to any disadvantaged, in particular IDD, intellectual and developmentally disadvantaged people. And we get so much satisfaction from working with them. So can you tell me, Xavier, what giving back to the community means and how people can do that?
Man, giving back to the community means the world to me. Actually, me and my wife, that's kind of one piece of our glues. We love to help other people, so we'll just randomly go out and feed the poor, just to do it. But it's a great commitment, because you got to realize when you give out, you'll get more back. But it's not all about giving back. You're giving people hope when you're giving out to the community, just free knowledge. And the universe going to help you back with that. And God is going to give you that blessing from you helping other people, because you never know who you're benefiting by helping somebody, whether that's giving food, giving knowledge, or just giving time to listen to somebody's story. So it's just all about giving and community, and just realize that if you want to go far, you got to have a community. If you want to go fast, just go alone.
Beautiful. Thank you. Thank you for that. You have brought tears to my eyes. Kobe?
Yeah. I want to say we got 14 people in here and we're getting ready to go through some of the chats, but 14 people and 1 like. If you guys like the show, please, that's a great way to help our community grow. It's free and it helps us get more messages and more shows out like this. So we would appreciate it. But just to continue on with the conversation, Xavier, how do you personally celebrate your wins?
Celebrating success means nowadays I get some dessert. Me and my wife go out and some desserts, and I say just celebrating success wins for me. I say celebrating with desserts or just taking a vacation. Those are ways me and my wife kind of celebrate our wins. And I don't know, my therapy or way I celebrate is like running. I don't know why. It's weird. That's how I celebrate myself and my wins, running, and just thanking God for allowing me to get whatever victory I got in that moment. Yeah.
All right. Well, I want to take the time to go over some of the comments that's coming up in the section. So I don't know if you're going to be able to see them, but I'm just going to read the names and the people that's coming in. We'll just go over them. But Money Over Everything Entertainment says, okay, now this is someone I can relate to, right? He's one of our regular listeners too and watchers, but he's definitely liking your story. Terry says, inspiring. Veronica Williams says, love it, Team Flexx.
Let's go, Mom.
Is that your mom right there?
Mom.
Shout out, moms. Shout out, moms. And then we got, let's see. Veronica's laughing. She's got her laughing up. Joelle Silva gave you a whole bunch of hearts.
That's wifey.
Yeah. Oh, yeah, that's wifey.
Hey,
she laughing. Probably that's something you said because I wasn't putting these up live as we were going.
Okay.
Money Over Everything. I love this episode. Kaylin Gartman, shout out.
Sissy fool. That's my
she
sister.
Says Zay. Yeah, we thank you for bringing everybody here, man. Thank you guys for watching and stuff, and hopefully we gain some fans.
That's the one. Hey, that's my sister that gave me a little bit of style. She gave me her style, man.
Oh, okay.
She
That's
did.
a good style.
Yeah, that's a style. Hey, she'll fight for you too.
Hey, look. You want to know what her next comment is? Facts 100.
Hey, yup.
And then so here's a question that came up from the chat. It's from Money Over Everything, and it says, what about people who didn't have parents who were business minded? And it's probably something, I don't know when he put that up, but he's probably asking you that question. You have a way to address that question?
So I would say still reach out to try to go to networking events, I would say, to get mentors, because yeah, it's a struggle. I know not having a child. I mean, having your parents and stuff. I had a cousin that went through that and kind of changed his whole demeanor and everything about him. So I say just find like-minded individuals where they group at. Find networking events on Eventbrite to try to get in that environment where there's a lot of entrepreneurs, and don't give up on yourself and realize they probably wanted you to get to the level of success you want to get to. So keep going.
Secret, we met at a networking event, didn't we?
Yeah, we did. Hey, it was magic. That's all I can say.
Yeah.
Since then.
I think networking events are underrated by people who don't go to them, because you can really go there. And it depends on the type of networking event you go to as well, because you don't want to get sold all the time. You really want to go there to be able to network with people, help people, and be helped. Yeah. And that should be the agenda. So, but anyway, Jimmy.
Yeah, I'm going to go back. I wanted to highlight your desire to be a motivational speaker, right? I had the pleasure, and again, the honor of watching you do some motivational speaking at the event last Sunday. You were on a panel, and you took the mic and just delivered honesty. You just delivered inspiration. You just delivered hope. And we aspire to have a stage or a process or a a television station or a radio station where we work hard to inspire others. So tell me a little bit about what gave you, not what gave you, we know that your family and your commitment to God gave you the strength, but what motivated you to become a motivational speaker?
So at a young age, I realized I had a gift to bring people together, one, and also, like I told you, to touch that soft spot in people, regardless of what background you went through, whether that's you went to jail, you got out, you from the streets. I was just able to connect with a lot of people. But the ultimate story is when I was a child, I went to a summer camp out in Virginia. It was at a college. It's like you live the college experience while still being in like middle school. Then I met this fellow. I forgot his name, but he wanted to commit suicide. And then during that time, I was in a different room. He was in the room next door to me. Nobody knew he was going through a lot, but for some reason, I went into his room because he had the door open, and I was just trying to see what you trying to do, because we all in the dorms together. We don't know each other. We just trying to have a good time. We're like, what you got? You trying to walk around the campus and stuff? And then he was about to jump off the top floor that we were on in the dorms. So from that moment, I saw something in him that he didn't see him since himself. So I just encouraged him I prayed for him as well. And I got him to see that there is hope, that he can get through whatever stronghold that's holding on to him. He can break that stronghold. And I realized I had a gift to do that since then. So Flexx all came with that. When I was boxing, I wanted to encourage people to live out on their dream, no matter what they go through, no matter where you came from, no matter what happens. You can do whatever you put your mind to, as long as you believe in you. And my goal is my gift is allowing people to see that in themselves, and that's what Flexx is all about, and building community.
God bless you, young man. You're gonna go a long way.
Yeah, Jimmy's crying, so we're gonna go over and see if Lloyd got any final words.
Yeah, I'm just curious because the two sports that you talk about, boxing and track, and the third, swimming, those are all very individual sports. And I was a swimmer in both high school and college, and it's an extremely lonely sport. I hate to say it, back then we didn't even have music you could take in the pool with you. So you were left alone for hours with your thoughts. Where do you go during those times to find your strength to keep going?
I go to Flexx, the character. It's two different people. I have Xavier Williams, the person you see today, the entrepreneur, the good spirited person, but I also have Flexx. It's the guy that don't back down, the guy that got fortitude, regardless if he lose, he getting back up. The guy that, even though he a dog that falls down, he gonna get back up. He gonna keep fighting. It's just two different characters. I tune into him when it's fight time, when it's time to get down to business, because I can't go in there as myself. It's just two sides of the story. So I just can't be myself when I go into there. It's a guy with a heart, a guy with just someone just encouraging. It's just two different sides of the story I have to tune into. And it's like Flexx is that guy that's always been there, but it just now it's time for y'all to see who he really is. Y'all see more fights throughout the year. So tap in Flexx the Boxer on Instagram. I'll be there. You'll be seeing more of my fights I'll be having this year, and I do plan on going professional by the beginning of next year. So stay tuned.
Does Flexx have a routine? I'm just curious personally. What does Flexx do to get hyped up for a match or something? Music,
prayer, but I say music and running. I don't know. Running kind of gives me that focus. It allows me to tune into who Flexx is. Allows me to just really meditate and really become one with him in his own way. I say running.
So who's on Flexx's playlist? What are we listening to these days?
Hey, Notorious B.I.G.
Old school with it.
I'm old school with it. I ain't gonna lie. Sometimes it's Tupac, but mainly Notorious B.I.G. Being from the East Coast, that's who I tune into. That's who hypnotize, kick in the door. I gotta come in, kick in the door. That's Flexx, man. I gotta be him.
And do you enjoy the solitude more? The this is on me. I can do it, and if I fail, it's because of me, and if I succeed, it's because of me. Or do you prefer something with the team where you can maybe relax a little?
I prefer if the it's on me, because I know that I can. So that's the reason I believe I rely on myself in knowing that I can, and I just want to motivate people because individually as Flexx, our goal is to encourage people to believe in themselves. I respect the team, and I would want a team to help me get to my level because I can't do it by myself. But in the aspect of getting it to myself, I look into me to make the things necessary to be successful in life in general.
Man,
Yeah.
Lloyd, are you got any more coming, Lloyd?
Oh, I do. For the next 6 or 7 hours. But they usually give me the hook after a while. I can hold off for a while if you want to come back in, Kobe.
Yeah, I got it. So Flexx, what's coming next for you? What's the next plans for you? I heard you just say you got professional boxing coming up in the future, but what's really next for you?
So next, probably most likely in July. We don't have a scheduled date for it yet. I will be back to fighting. Took a couple months off due to the wedding and everything. And then I am also looking to expand on vehicles with Flexx Prestige Rentals. So if you have any dormant vehicles and you want to make money with it, definitely reach out to me at 404-357-6068. And then also just joining each community event you guys have, and also Creative for a Cause, because my goal this summer is to just get out in the environment more and to spread light and get people to believe in themselves. So as whatever panel I can get on, I want to speak. I want to allow my voice to be heard so people can be motivated.
Well, I'm going to tell you one thing. You definitely have a powerful voice. I love that you're a young, powerful voice. We got to see you in action at Creation for Cause at the Buddy Walk on Sunday. You with your family. Anytime we meet you, it's always great energy. You and your whole family. I met your brother. I mean, it's just amazing. And I feel like I'm a pretty good scout for talent in this area, right? And I think that you're pretty good, man, and you're gonna go far. So with that, I'm gonna turn it over to Jimmy so he can introduce Shameless Selfless Promotions.
Yeah, you kind of beat us to the punch, Flexx, or Xavier, in that that we do a shameless self-promotion segment where you're able to talk about everything that Flexx to Success is about your prestige car rentals, and you kind of beat us to the punch, but we're going to have you go through that again. But before we do that, is Flexx planning on having an app? Are you going to develop an app so that you can provide people with the tools to be healthier and to exercise? I don't know if you have an exercise program. I don't know if you have a workout program that you're planning on sharing with people. On the healthy eating side, I suspect that gourmet strawberries are part of that diet.
Yeah. No, that's a great idea, honestly. It's definitely a great idea. Yeah. Hey.
Yeah, it took you a minute.
I got it.
It took you a minute.
Jimmy tried to give me those strawberries.
Yeah, Jimmy is funny.
Almost made me fall asleep. Had to give me some tea.
See, it's all about fun with us.
So yes, go ahead, and Kobe's helping you along here. Xavier Williams, flextosuccess.com. That's Flexx double X. So yeah, go ahead and self-promote yourself.
All right. My name is Xavier, owner of Flexx to Success Apparel and Accessories, where we encourage people to chase their dreams, but not only chase their dreams, but live a healthy lifestyle, not just in the gym, but also outside of the gym, watching what you put inside of your body. And also we have other fitness apparel and accessories such as waist trainers, jump ropes, fitness bands, and motivational tees. So definitely get you, because it's all about where it starts from. It stems from the mind. So you have to control your mind and past that, you will succeed. And also, like I stated, Flexx Prestige Rentals is my rental car company that I do. If you need a reliable vehicle while your car's in the shop, or if you're going out of town to California over the weekend, or going to one of the partner states, definitely reach out to me. I'm here for you. The Flexx Prestige Rentals for you. Let's get it. And one piece of advice I offer anybody is you know how they say, fake it until you make it. I want you to faith it until you make it.
Faith it till you
Love
make
it.
it. Oh, I love that.
my
Yeah.
gosh.
That's what I want you
Yeah,
to
love
do.
it.
Fabulous.
Message. So with that, man, it's been great. I think we're gonna have you back. I think that we're gonna do some more stuff. We're already talking about some stuff offline that we're putting together. It was incredible. I think you're an incredible individual. It looks like your family came in, they showed up and showed out in the comment section. So check that out later on. We appreciate everybody that came by. We appreciate everybody that's checking it out and giving us the time. We know you could be anywhere else. We're trying to grow this platform. We're about community. We're about growth. And we're about success, and the rising tide raises all ships. So with that, I got one more question for you.
Sure.
If you could leave our audience, with anything valuable, what would you tell them today? What's the last thing you would tell them?
Walk by faith and not by sight. The road might not be clear. Even though you walk through the valley in the shadow of death, do not fear. God is with you. Get close to God. He'll direct your path. That's the only thing I leave with.
Mr. Jimmy. Stop crying.
I can't help myself. I would like to double up on the shout out of accolades to the Williams family. You guys have all done a fabulous job, as is evidenced by Xavier here. Again, we had a chance to meet Cole. I can't say enough about the impact of what you have done and what Xavier is going to do throughout the rest of his life. That foundation was laid by your parents, and I can't say enough. I love you guys. I haven't met you, and I love you all.
Well, Veronica says, please don't get me to crying, Mr. Jimmy.
Hey, she's a waterhead.
Too late.
My wife.
Too late.
My.
So anyway, this is Great Employees Matter, man. We're gonna go ahead and take us up out of here. Thank you everybody for showing up. Thank you for supporting us. Look for us every Tuesday at 2:00. And remember, our program, it's an employee program, but it's really a mindset program disguised as an employee program. So, we teach you to be accountable to yourself, for yourself. So just remember, Great Employees Matter. Always be a gem. Greatness, excellence, motivation.
Subscribe.
See you next week.
Thank you, everybody.